Hey guys, welcome back to a new episode of Catching Up on the School Tea with Lee. Catching Up on the School Tea with Lee. And today, as you guys can see, I do have a special guest. I thank you guys for joining me again today. I'm not going to talk too much. Let's just introduce them. So give a lat roll for... Who is it?
Here I come. Wait, let me put this down. Hi guys.
It's Miss Slobodian. Oh my God. Many of our faves.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
I thank you for coming. So how are you doing today?
I just want to have my mug on me.
Okay, yes.
I'm good. It's Wednesday, second week back after break. The semester's wrapping up, so teachers are getting all of their stuff in order. Students are getting in their assignments, so it's been pretty good.
Yes. So tell us who you are for the people that don't know, which y'all all should know. This question.
Well, my name is Miss Slobodian. This is my 5th year at Strawberry Mansion, one whole hand.
Really?
5 years.
Oh my God, I didn't know it was that long.
I started back when I was like 25, and now I'm 30, flirty, and thriving.
Period.
On the Tea with Lee. I teach U.S. history typically to freshmen, but I do get mixed bag of classes, and I teach history of Philadelphia, which is an elective course. I also help Miss Harvey, the wonderful Miss Harvey, with senior things around the building, and I just like to, get my hands in anything where teachers need help.
Yes, we love you, Miss.
I love y'all.
You do. My fave, literally. I've been here since 9th grade, and you've been holding it down. You've been patient with me too, because you know.
Patience is important,
Yeah, we love you. So let's get into the questions today. So again, let me specify this too, because I feel like I don't specify enough. Like, you guys can ask me questions as well.
Okay.
Like, it's not just like a one-sided thing. I love like answering questions, like, and I don't specify this to all my guests. I need to make sure that I do, so you guys can know, like, it's a comfortable space. Like, you're not being interrogated.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll think of some stuff while you're asking me some questions.
Definitely. Okay, the first question is, what's something that you feel like you can grow in?
Something I can grow in. Well, I have the beautiful opportunity of being in a new decade in my life. I did just turn 30 at the beginning of the school year, and I was really reflective around that time of what I learned in my 20s, what I want to bring into my 30s, and what I want to start in this new decade. So I think something I can grow in is just realizing that as I age, it doesn't mean that things end, and that there's time to learn new things about myself and just grow with like self-reflection, self-love. I do think over the past few years I've been noticing that I'm a little bit kinder to myself than I was in recent years, and I think that does come with just aging and knowing that the things that feel really big aren't as big as you think they are.
Right.
So,
that's so good, and that's maturity, honestly. Like,
thanks.
that is definitely maturity. I love that for you, and you look good for 30. Like,
Thanks,
what?
girl.
I wouldn't know if I would look at you. If I didn't know you and I didn't know your age, I wouldn't think you were 30. And I'm not just saying that.
I honestly credit that to y'all, and I say that to people when they're like, "What? You're 30?" I'm like, it's working with kids. It's knowing that like I can show up to work in a bright green jacket and my orange tights, and just know that people know that that's my style, and y'all just like accept me for my kookiness.
Yes.
So I appreciate it.
Yes. Okay. Next question. What do you want to accomplish in your lifetime?
Wow, that's a big one, Lee.
You have time to think. Okay.
Something I want to accomplish in my lifetime. I think if you asked me this 10 years ago, I would say like I want to be the best teacher and I want to win all of the awards and like be known throughout the district. But I think as I have been doing this for a few years, and I was a social worker before teaching, I think what matters most to me in like accomplishing things is I just want to feel at peace with my decisions in life. So I guess, accomplishments. I just want to look back when I'm 80 or 90, if I am afforded all of those years, and just feel like I woke up every morning and chose myself and didn't allow like exterior influences to change my mind about things. So I guess I just want to feel, what are the words? What am I trying to say? I just want to feel proud of myself when I get older. And I think that starts with like being okay with like thinking of me at the center. Like I am the center of my life, and you're the center of your life.
Yes, I'd love to hear that. I feel like one thing that I want to accomplish in life, honestly, I just want to be able to look back at my life and to know that I did everything that I was supposed to do.
Exactly.
Like there's no regrets. There's no like, oh, I wish I would have done this, or oh, I wish I did this differently. But there's peace. Like, you know, okay, I did this. Even in the mistakes that I made, like there was still good outcome that came out of that. Like it still helped me to grow. It still helped me to learn. Like, and this leads us to our next question. Like, if you had anything in the past, oh, that's popping up randomly. This leads us to our next question. Have there ever been something in the past that you wish that you could have changed? I feel like for me, it's definitely no, because like the past has helped me to become who I am today. So it would be no for me. I've learned.
I like that. I like living with no regrets, but I do think about high school me, and I wish that I would have branched out and created more friendships with people that I didn't think that I would have a friendship with. So if I go on my Instagram, I still follow a bunch of people from high school and I love keeping up with their lives, but I also follow people that I didn't really interact with in high school. And as an adult, I think looking back, I probably would have had a more fulfilling friendship if I wasn't worried about image and what friend group I was a part of and how people really thought of me. Because the girls that I went to an all-girls high school, so the girls that were not so involved or had the mindset of like popularity seemed to have had a really better go at high school because they were just living authentically. So I guess if I could go back, I might have tried to make 1 or 2 different friendships in high school just so I could feel more of my authentic self, because high school's hard and you gotta, it's like, it's kind of like dog eat dog, you know, you gotta like be tough, but you also don't want to lose who you are. And you're going through all of these changes like in your body and your environment. So I just wish I could have lived a little bit more authentically, but I don't know if high school Allison knew that at the time.
And you know, that's something that I feel like a lot of high schoolers need to hear. Like, just be authentic. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, be yourself. And like, you don't want to like get to a point where it's like, you know, people can now learn from your mistakes and like, you know, be aware like, okay, well, this is something that I don't want to do because now Miss Slobodian has shared this. And I'm so happy and I'm so glad that you're being vulnerable in this space and like you just shared that. Because like, I know when I first came into high school, and when a lot of kids come into high school, you don't know who you are yet. You're still trying to figure out who you are. You're still trying to figure out your emotions. So like in that, like you may like not be able to cope with different things in the right way at the time because you don't know how to express your feelings in a way where it's like, you know, it's helpful or it's like it's good. You know, you're still learning how to express your feelings in that way. And I know coming into high school, like I had many different friend groups, varieties of friend groups, and like I feel like each and every friend group that I have, like it just taught me something. Like I've just learned, and like a lot of times even being in high school, like I try to fit in with different people and different crowds, and every single time I try to fit in, I will always like just be like my own person. I will always be like, you know, like set aside or
Yeah.
put apart, and like I wouldn't be able to fit. No matter how hard I try, I couldn't fit in with people.
Yeah.
And then the more and more I grew up and the more and more I learned, the more and more I started to understand who I am. And I know that I just can't be around everyone. I love being around, I love socializing with people, and I love having conversations, but there's certain things where it's like you're put in seasons or you're put in predicaments where it's like you have to be just you. You know, just you right now. Not anyone else, not like, you know, and that's okay. Like, and I feel like we have to understand it is okay sometimes to just take some time just to yourself. Love on yourself. Reflecting on the things that you've done and reflecting on your life. Like, that is okay. I feel like so many times in high school people get wrapped up in trying to fit in. Like, I have to be this person for my friend, or I have to show up for my friend in this way. I have to just take some time for yourself and like just take a deep breath. Like, it's okay. And a lot of times we get caught up and wrapped up in the movement of life. Like, we feel like we have to move so fast and we don't give ourselves enough time to grow in that movement. We're just straight moving and we had no time to grow. So my advice for that is just slow down. Slow down.
The world demands so much of us already that if we don't allow ourselves to be slow, then who will?
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
It's okay to slow down.
Yes, that's so good. Okay, next question. What do you believe is your purpose in life or in this season?
In this season of my life?
Yeah, in this season of your life.
I think the purpose of this season of my life, I'm going to go with a metamorphosis. I think right now my purpose is to accept messages from the universe or higher beings who are trying to maybe push me in different directions, and just like really doing a lot of self-reflecting and like going a little bit inside and trying to find like intrinsic motivation to change some habits and change some environments that I'm in to make room for more space and more experiences and more joy. So right now I think my purpose is to like persevere. I have a couple obstacles that are in the way right now, so just learning that like if I get over one obstacle, another one might present itself, but that's not a setback. You know, it's a lesson learned.
Right.
And that my trajectory is not linear, right? It's not a straight line. It's allowed to ebb, it's allowed to flow. So I just think like going back to that theme of like putting myself in the center and just like allowing the changes to come when I learn that it's okay that I'm thinking about myself first. Yeah.
That's so real. And I feel like you said, like obstacles, it's like I look at it as the same thing. Like, it's not a setback. Like, you know, it's not a setback. It's a setup for something better, and it's a lesson learned.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm in the same, like, similar season in my life, and like I'm just kind of just being like wrung out, like just like crying. Like, I've been crying lately. I've been like, you know, just thinking about different things that are happening in my life, releasing, letting go, not trying to fight like new coming in, you know, just allowing things to happen, just allowing things to be, allowing things to heal on its own. And you know, healing different traumas that I didn't know that was occurring based on like if it was my family or if it was friends, like just healing those different things so I won't be bringing those things into me with me into the next season, like, you know.
Yeah, I think the other day me and you had a really good conversation about how you can take your past and use that as like an excuse or a crutch, and you inevitably are going to hold yourself back. You know, so I think it's, yes, these things may have happened to us, yes, we have faced these traumas, but how do we persevere? Do we want to stay stuck here in this rut, or do we want to learn and grow and be better for ourselves? So I think that's probably my purpose right now, is just learning that like I can be upset and be mad and just stay in this like downward spiral, or I can acknowledge those feelings you know, give them permission to exist, but not let them dominate my life.
Right, exactly. That is so real. And I feel like having teachers on here and staffs on it, it really helps us to see that you guys are human beings, and you guys, you go through your own things, you go through your own problems. And because I feel like a lot of times, like us as students, like we just come to the teachers and we're just telling you guys, like, this is what I'm going through, this is our problems. And you know, we kind of like ignore the simple fact that you guys are human as well, and you guys have your own problems going on. So like, I feel like this just helps us to really see you guys, you know, see you guys as human, and see you guys just, you know, knowing that you also go through things. It helps us to like see you more as human, and not just as, well, let me just go to my teacher and tell them that this everything that I'm going through and all these different type of things. And you know, that's fine, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like,
No.
I'm pretty sure like the teachers is okay with it, there's nothing wrong with it. But I feel like it just helps us to show up for you guys more, and just to know like you guys are human. Like, we shouldn't treat you guys as if you're just anyone. You know, it's hard to be a teacher.
No, it is hard to be a teacher. I will say that. But I want to be that space for my students, and I think the students who have come to me over the years, or who I have taught over my years here, know that I have an open door. But that's why I need to take care of myself, so that I can help y'all and show you that, like, look, I'm going through this stuff too, but I'm showing up, and like, it's okay.
Right.
And it's okay not to be okay, but it's how you choose to go about your situations is the key.
Yes, that is so real. Okay, to wrap it up, do you have any advice for anyone watching, teachers, students, staff, family, whoever? Do you have any advice for us?
Yeah, my advice is love the people around you hard. Lean into your community. And I mean, I said this already, like, if you keep up with the news, if you see what's happening in our world, there's a lot of sadness and anger and fear and destruction. So they are things that we might not necessarily be able to change right now in this moment, but those big outside forces can really alter a person's mood and like make people feel jarred or disillusioned to waking up and trying to make change. So I just want you to know that it is okay to be soft with yourself, and that there is time, and we don't have to, like we were talking about, you don't have to rush. Be a kid, be weird, be yourself. Who cares what the kids in the hallway think about you? You know, your teachers care about you. We love you. We want the best for you. So just trust in the teachers. Try to find that little voice inside of your head, which is your intuition. Try to align with your gut, and just, you know, put yourself first. There is nothing wrong with putting yourself first and taking care of you.
Yes. Oh my God, Miss Slobodian. Oh, baby, shed a tear. That was so amazing. That was
Thank
so
you.
nice. And we clocked that tea. Go ahead and grab your cup. Let's cheers to that.
Yay! Cheers.
Thank you for
Of
coming.
course. Can I hug you?
Yes, of course.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I thank you
Yes.
for sharing. I thank you
course.
for being vulnerable in this space. Like, you know, I feel like I've learned new things about you today. I
Yeah,
love
I'm
it.
glad to hear it. I'm in room 302 if anyone ever needs me.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.